Mostly Superheroes. It's Monday, November 25th, and we are hanging out talking about some nerdy stuff, and it's Thanksgiving, that weird American holiday, and we're going to talk about it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Got the Giggler, Scotty Scoop. I'm your host, Logan. This is Mostly Superheroes. Enjoy the show. That's right. We're back. It's Thanksgiving 2024, and we're going to talk about what we're doing for the holiday along with football. Yep, sports is coming onto the podcast. Maybe some fantasy football updates, but we're going to bring back some fan mail, give away something. Got some news and rumors, all sorts of all over the place news and rumors. What you watching roundtable, and we'll hang out for a little bit at the end. Welcome back, Scotty Scoop. I'm pretending I don't know that's your turkey.
It's turkey time.
That's really good. I can do that.
You use that out in the hunting field? Are you one of the hunters? I guess is the first question.
I just like to talk to him.
You just gobble at him.
I'm a bird man, not a hunter.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll talk about your guys' Thanksgiving. I'm sure you guys got some fun stuff planned. And Andy the Giggler back this week.
What up?
Got your notebook?
Yeah, furiously writing down notes.
It looks like you're about to take a test like last minute.
No, all it says is Batman. Every word.
Honestly, I forgot to write down the football games that are taking place Thursday. So
it's okay. I got them for you up on the slides. If you're watching us on YouTube, watching us on Spotify, and if you're paying attention to the format, you're going to get the regular run of show today, the full thing. And then we release bonus episodes, pretty much breaking out all the individual things we talk about each week, making it super easy in that podcast app or on YouTube, or really the best place is mostlysuperheroes.com. And we have amazing graphics by Carrie Clark Design. You got to check these out using her graphics and bringing in nice imagery. I brought in some of my favorite holiday Turkey Day memes. Have them here on the screen. And, got a nice little clip from King of the Hill, hilarious show, King of the Hill. I don't know if you guys ever watched that one.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the show is back. Who's the creator? Same guy as Beavis and the Butthead, I think.
Yeah. Mike Judge.
Yeah. This is new. This is breaking news.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's coming back, and it's not, and it's in a different time period. I think Bobby is older.
Just move it up a little bit. A period piece. It's like
bring it in later. You might be in his early 20s or late teens.
They do X-Men 97. They're like King of the Hill 06. I don't know what year it was, but
yeah.
Oh man, that's exciting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move through the segments and give away some free stuff. Thanks to our sponsors today, Steve's Hot Dogs here in St. Louis, Team Jakey in the Stigma. Find them on Facebook and become a patron for as little as $1 a month. You can get those ad-free episodes.
Fan mail.
First up on fan mail, we have a winner for Kara. Congratulations, Kara, on winning the Light Age by Mini Eyes. Free vinyl for you. She entered at the website, mostlysuperheroes.com/contest. Really pumped. That's a great vinyl. Mini Eyes. Keith Buckley is out there killing it. I think they're still touring around. Congratulations, Kara. Thank you for entering. And for the next vinyl, I thought, why don't you pick? You being the listener, the fan. I'm always picking them. We let our guests pick them. You guys have picked them over the years. Now you get to pick your own. Choose your own album. It can be any album you want. I don't care where you live. I don't care what it is. We'll find it. If there's a vinyl version of it, we'll send it to you. Go enter at mostlysuperheroes.com/contests. There's a QR code up on your screen right now if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify.
I would go with maybe Prince, The Gold Experience.
Prince, The Gold Experience.
Yes.
A Scotty Scoop vinyl. We're giving it away.
Yeah.
That's it. It's locked in.
There we go.
And maybe not today, but
It's
eventually it's in the log now. You got one?
I would go with Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon, Kid Cudi, a Giggler vinyl giveaway. Get that to match the moon on the man on the moon.
Man comics.
The comics, the Man on the Moon. I was like, there's no on the. It's
believe.
Kid
Close
Cudi,
enough.
a Giggler vinyl giveaway. You can win that one.
It's that easy, folks.
We just lock them in.
News and rumors.
Wicked vs. Gladiator 2. Opening weekend. That's right. Eric Davis at Fandango, Rotten Tomatoes, helping us out. It's, what was going to happen. We've seen these movies. Andy's seeing Gladiator tomorrow. I've seen Wicked. Scotty has seen Gladiator. We got that review out for you early. Eric Davis, Rotten Tomatoes, the box office. Here we go. Wicked opening weekend with $114 million domestically, $164 million worldwide. That's the biggest opening ever for a Broadway adaptation, the third biggest opening of the year domestic, fourth biggest opening for a musical worldwide, and biggest pre-Thanksgiving weekend since 2013. All right, versus Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 opens with a $55.5 million, besting the original, which opened with $34 million 25 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like adjusted for inflation, that was probably pretty big.
You would think, exactly, if that's just one-to-one numbers like this, that last one killed.
Yeah.
And then the opening for Gladiator 2 marks the biggest ever for Denzel Washington and Paul Mescal. It's also the biggest opening for an R-rated film in November, which, they're really getting specific on these stats.
Yeah.
I love it.
They really get in there.
So Wicked's really taking it right now, but Wickedator, I've seen Gladiator, I've Gladiated, I've seen Gladict, I've seen Glicked. Julie Lally used Glicked, which, speaking of which, what did people say about this? So just getting it out, IMDb score for Wicked right now sitting at an 8.2 out of 10. And a Rotten Tomato score of 90. I can vouch for that. This movie's excellent. And then Gladiator 2, just a little behind. IMDb, 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 71%. And no spoilers here, because a lot of us haven't seen both of these movies. From online, our friend Steve Ewing, he saw Wicked. He said Wicked was really good. I'd rate it a 3.5 out of 4.0, and I don't usually like musicals. Our friend Julie Lally, also on Facebook, said we did Gladiator 2, #Glicked. And a few new faces that are checking out the pod. Interacted with these guys on Facebook. Got Spencer Elkin. Haven't watched Gladiator 2 yet. Want to, though. Next movie I hope to catch. Wicked is a solid 3.0 out of 4.0 from me. Coming from someone who really likes the original Wizard of Oz movie, but isn't really into musicals. Thanks, Spencer. David Gramillion on Facebook. Waiting for streaming on Wicked. Totally understand that move. Going to pass on Gladiator 2 unless I'm pretty bored. That's what we call a fair share, David. Devery Burks. Wicked was 100% a 4.0 out of 4.0. Absolutely amazing. Jenny White on Facebook. Gladiator 2 was a 3.85 for me. And Tal Allen on Facebook. Haven't seen Gladiator, but Wicked, it 100,000% perfect.
That's
a million?
Yeah,
there's
it's
a zero in there. 1,000,000% perfect.
That's solid.
Shout out to our new friends on Facebook. Thanks for checking out the podcast. And then from the call log, guys, 754 call log. We got a voicemail.
What? There's a
It's been a
voicemail?
while.
It's been a while. I had to dust off the phone. I had to hit play and then rewind.
You had to charge it first.
It was beeping. It was flashing a light when I came
Yeah?
home. No, it was an email from Google Voice. Let's just be honest. Jose from Puerto Rico.
I was gonna guess him.
He's
I was
back.
Gonna guess.
And guess what? He saw Gladiator 2. He's about to see Wicked, but he saw Gladiator 2, and let's hear from him right now.
Hey guys, it's me Jose from Puerto Rico. Hope all is well back in Missouri. Getting the island is, business as usual. Still 5 days left till hurricane season is over. Anyhow, so glad. I think Scotty went to the Caribbean. Next time, come to Puerto Rico. The Airbnbs have AC. And I'm in the island, so I can show you around. I went and saw I haven't seen Wicked as of the time of this recording, but I saw Gladiator 2 open night Thursday. Is it better than the first one? No. Is it better than release cup last year? Napoleon? Absolutely. Did I had a great time and escape for a while? Yes. Loved Gladiator 2. Had a great time on Gladiator 2. Rome is literally a character. Paul Mescal did a great job. Pedro Pascal did a great job as well. The two twins. Everyone else but Denzel stole the show. And of course, really Scott the MVP for directing that epic which I hope Epic make a comeback and then still stole the show. Maybe he'll get nominated for a few awards. Maybe he'll win. Who knows? Anyhow, have a great Thanksgiving week and see you around. Either when I go one day to Missouri or you'll come down to Puerto Rico. See ya. Have a great time.
I mean,
We're taking the show on the road.
Jose with the travel tips.
Jose, dude, was such a treat to hear from
I
Jose.
love it.
I was just giddy listening to that message, and he was messaging me on Instagram. He's like, "I just dropped you a voicemail." I was like, "I'm listening, like right now."
Sweet.
And so yeah, that's easy. That first of all, it's that easy to get featured. You call, you'll tell us what you thought of the movie, man. Throw
Anything.
you tell us anything, but you throw out that 4.0 scale, and I mean, you got some inside jokes happening here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Your vacations have made it to the ears of Puerto Rico, and he's mad. He's like, "Why aren't you here, man?
Yeah, why aren't
they
you
got
from
AC.
here?
They got AC."
You got
I
AC
mean-
in the rooms.
I've never been to Puerto Rico, but it's on the list now.
Yeah, just to see Jose. Period. Jose, thanks for calling in, and yes, please come to Missouri. Come to St. Louis. That'd be fantastic. Wicked and Gladiator. Did you see it? Let us know at mostlysuperheroes.com. Just go to the website and search Wicked Gladiator. You'll find it, and you can tell us what you thought. Also in news, St. Louis Town, Robot Town. Yep, you guessed it. More Voltron. This is so exciting. This movie, live action, Voltron, is coming. We don't know when. I looked for the date. We cannot find when. It's probably going to be a couple years at least.
Yeah, 2026,
we're
I'm thinking.
Yeah, we'll call it 2026 because that's like a wishful thinking. We already knew that Henry Cavill is in this movie. And then today, out of Deadline, I also saw this from the official Voltron store on Facebook, Sterling K. Brown has joined the cast along with Rita Ora and John Kim. Sterling K. Brown, of course, a St. Louis legend,
Yes.
a huge actor from This Is Us and everything else, and Black Panther and all over the place. This is huge news.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
As-
I mean, by their powers combined.
And they're right. And
Oh,
oh
boy.
man, for the real nerds that listen, and you're like, that's Captain Planet. We know, but Andy didn't quite know on Voltron Day at
It's
Four
okay.
Hands. You with our powers combined, me and Scott were like, no. They were like, you're gonna embarrass us in front of the Let's Voltron podcast.
My bad, guys.
No,
My
it's
bad.
okay. From Deadline, Sterling K. Brown, Rita Ora, John Kim, cast in the Amazon MGM Studios Voltron movie, joining previously announced Daniel Quinn Toy and Henry Cavill. Rawson Marshall Thurber's directing from a script he wrote with Ellen Schonman. And Robert Koppler, Bob Koppler, from Ted Koppler's son, the creator of Voltron at WEP Enterprises, Voltron headquarters, essentially. Also has Adira Italian Eats here in St. Louis if you live here or are visiting here. And he posted on LinkedIn about this news, directly connected to it as it appears. The importance of role models cannot be overstated. When I was in 5th grade at Country Day, one role model in particular stood out. I was just a wee runt, and Sterling Kelby Brown was a strapping upperclassman, student council pres, MVP athlete, and star of stage. It seemed like there wasn't anything he couldn't do. That a guy like that could exude such kindness, such humility, such grace, he was an inspiration to me. I knew that while I could never dream of having his talent in a million years, I could at least strive to emulate his character. It was my much more astute wife Emily's idea to approach Sterling about being in our movie. It did not seem to be within the realm of possibility to me, but our director, Rawson Marshall Thurber, has a habit of turning the impossible into reality. Now my hero, Sterling K. Brown, is going to star in freaking Voltron, and I am losing my damn mind. St. Louis rules. Way to go, Bob. Way to go, Koppler Group. Sterling K, man. Yeah, big news. Voltron movie. It's exciting enough that it happens, but when you throw a Cavill in there and a Brown, I mean, these guys are swingers of actors. I'm just excited to see this flick. Let's see what they got.
Cavilltron coming soon.
Cavilltron.
Yeah, I'm really wondering what the synopsis of this film is going to be.
You have any
I'd like to
guesses?
No,
I guess
I have
we get
no idea.
We need to get to know the source material, maybe, or maybe have a crossover with the Voltron pod for like what's this movie going to be, man?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that's watched Voltron know that, I mean, the Voltron guys, the crew, like, they're pretty young.
Yeah,
they skew pretty young.
And you're seeing now some of these young actors
you're
getting
seeing
cast.
some of the younger actors. Are they going to...
But not,
Are the older fellas here, are they going to be part of the Voltron crew? Are they trying to mix up the ages here to for a mass appeal?
Yeah, like, are they going to be villains? Are they going to be like other characters?
Can't wait.
Yeah, man, can't wait. We'll keep you posted on Voltron. And yeah, let's Voltron. Jeremy Correa, Bob Koppler. It's the call to arms now. Voltron's made it onto our table because it's going to be a motion picture film, and we can't wait to talk about it with all you guys. And Voltron fans, unite. Let's go. Let's do this. Get some Voltron beers in our hands.
Yeah, let's drink those. That's going to be a nice treat together.
At the movies.
Yeah. Have a nice Voltron draft at Alamo Drafthouse.
Oh, boy. The collaboration's being born.
I see it.
Here we go. Well, it's up to us to do it, I think. We're the meeting maker on that one.
Let us combine the powers.
It's morphin' time. Just all wrong references. All right, HBO Max had a highlight reel of all the stuff coming out in 2025, and boys, it's a list, and I'm excited. There is some really great stuff on here. We're sharing it up on our screen. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you're watching on Spotify, I'm just gonna rattle them off. The White Lotus, The Rehearsal. Oh, I can't wait for that. A documentary called Pee Wee as Himself, featuring the Pee Wee Herman doing like interview style. Also, we have The Righteous Gemstones, The Last of Us, Welcome to Derry, and It Story. And just like that, the Sex and the City show is back, along with The Chair Company, Tim Robinson. Andy's pumped about that. And DC, where we definitely care, we got Creature Commandos and Peacemaker with footage from these things. I mean, Creature Commandos debuts actually in 2024, but it'll continue into the new year. And we've got a first look at Peacemaker. Have you guys seen this? Do you care about it? Are you pumped about it? I am. I want to see what this Peacemaker 2 is going to be. I loved the first season so much. And then Creature Commandos, a fresh DC thing. Let's look at you, Scotty Scoop, first. What are you feeling with this HBO list in front of you?
If you guys had to guess which thing on here would excite me the most, what would it be?
The Last of Us.
I would guess the same.
Guys, it's Pee Wee as himself.
You want to? Well,
really?
And you know what the footage was? It was him, and he goes, "I actually have some things I want to clear up." And I think we all know he's talking about the movie theater thing.
I had no idea that was coming. Nothing, which I'm sure some people in the theater also said.
Oh yeah, at the movie theater, nonetheless.
I did not know that was a documentary that was going to be on there. But I mean, I'm a man of a certain age.
Yeah,
and Pee Wee Herman, yeah, it right in my wheelhouse.
You're excited. I am too. I was there. I was
pumped for that. I had the doll.
Yeah.
With the string.
I was liking him at a weird age for both me and Pee Wee. Like people weren't liking Pee Wee as much, and I was like too old to be liking Pee Wee.
Yeah,
it was something
really into Cherry for some reason.
Right? There's why? What's it? Yes, exactly. Like hold me. Hold me while I read the mail and tickle me.
What's that mouth do?
Oh no. Yeah. What's Pee Wee really doing with all his furniture that can talk? Okay.
Right.
We have
We're
also.
about to find out.
All right. So you're just pumped about that. Then we also have new shows with The Pit. I forget the main actor's name, but he was like the main dude in ER and also Falling Skies.
George Clooney.
It's not about
No.
It's not about Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Falling Skies.
Man, I loved Falling Skies. That's a show they
Falling
could bring
Skies
back.
was good.
They could bring that back and like do a real good version of that.
Yeah.
I feel like on HBO. And then you have Doom Prophecy. I mean, it's been tough for me on the Dune stuff.
I haven't checked that out yet. I think they're 2 episodes in, maybe.
It's fresh. It's fresh. But hey, DC man, we're here for it. Peacemaker. Andy,
Creature
anything?
Commandos is next week.
Yeah.
2-episode premiere.
Wow.
2-episode premiere. James Gunn's like out shopping at comic books and stuff. Comic book stores.
What day is that dropping?
It's like a
I'm not sure
Thursday.
yet.
I think it's a Thursday.
All right.
December 5th.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's Thursday.
We'll be talking about the premiere like before
Yes,
Christmas.
please.
Yeah, that's Thursday for sure.
And then The Chair Company.
I'm so ready. Have you seen
When
what the
is
synopsis
this
is?
dropping?
No.
It's something about it. It sounds just like a single I think you should leave skit that's being turned into like an entire show. So something about an unfortunate event that happens at work, and he unravels investigating a conspiracy. Basically,
That's
like
it.
that sounds so much like it should just be one. I think you should leave skit. I
But-
have no idea what to expect.
It'll just extrapolate. It'll just get deeper, and
I'm so proud of him that he is reaching this pinnacle, that he has his own HBO show now, and I think it's going to put him on another tear.
It's
So,
like The Rehearsal with Nathan Felder, like that show. Like you guys ever watch The Rehearsal? Like that's one of those mind blowing good shows that you can't believe, like how good it is. It's a kind of like reality TV mixed with just like excellent production and very smart writing and like deep thinking, kind of like practical stuff. Like that's The Rehearsal, and then Tim Robinson, just classic sketch comedy. That's just
I'm
top
so
tier.
ready. So ready. Thank you, HBO Max.
I know. Watching the 2-minute reel, I was legit getting pumped up. Like Righteous Gemstones. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I didn't even know that was still going.
Oh my! It looks
I haven't
better than
watched it at
ever.
all.
It looks better than ever. The Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us. Man, that is going to be so good.
Welcome to Derry. Will be pretty
We-
good too. You watch
we
that
haven't
around like
gotten a date for Last of Us yet, but I gotta imagine it's like February,
the
right?
the White Lotus. Walter Goggins is in it. It looks like
Walton Goggins?
Walter. Isn't it Walter Goggins? And he's
No.
also in the Righteous Gemstones.
No, that's Walton.
His name's Walton.
Yes.
I've been saying Walter for years.
Oh no.
If we ever have him on the show, it'll be like I did say it
Embarrassing.
wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm such a fan.
Yeah. He's
Vice.
really
We
good.
just watched Vice Principals. We just watched both seasons of Vice Principals.
Fallout?
Fallout. Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
It's the
watched that the other day.
Unicorn.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, some show called The Unicorn. I haven't seen that one either. It's comedy, I think.
All right. HBO Max bringing it in 2025. We'll be there for it. Tell us what you're excited about. The Mostly newsletter coming out once a month. The next one's right now. It's coming out like this week, right for Thanksgiving. Keep an eye out and subscribe at the website.
What you watching?
Another roundtable, what you watching, bringing in what we're getting into, starting with this week in comic books. Living up to our word, Scotty, bringing more comics into the podcast. You had 2 for us. I have 1. Why don't you get us started with Batman Full Moon?
Batman Full Moon.
Epic covers up on the screen.
This was one that was just sitting on the shelf at the comic book store, and I was like, I don't get a whole lot of DC titles. They're starting to ramp up a little bit. So I grabbed that one just as a I really like the Elseworld kind of stuff, that's not tied into a lot of things. It's just a fresh read. I don't have to have any backstory really. And this is pretty much exactly what you would think it is. You can see in the corner there, this is a Black Label title, which is a mature audiences only. Kind of like the Red Band stuff for Marvel, full blood, gore, cursing, and it's exactly what it looks like. This is Batman.
It looks amazing.
Versus a werewolf.
That Batman looks amazing. Yeah, and the werewolf. It's like
it's
the best werewolf I've ever seen. Like the actual good size.
We get some supernatural elements in this. You get some cameos by some Zatanna and Constantine.
Oh yeah.
And in this one, Man Bat is in this, and there is a werewolf on the loose in Gotham, and some shenanigans are going down. Batman has had a knockdown drag out with this thing, and he may have been bitten.
Oh man, we're gonna get a werewolf Batman.
Interesting.
He's gonna be an actual werewolf. Maybe he'll perfect the science or something.
He could make it work to his advantage.
I mean, they're writing comics nowadays.
This is
Batwolf, man.
I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this, and I picked up the second issue, which is now in the
check-in library.
Yeah,
I mean,
Scotty's corner over there.
Scotty's. Nora, our cat, lays in the bottom one, so we call those her nooks. And I guess that's like a very elementary school thing, but you got like Scotty's Nook.
Yeah.
It's also like, I just call it like the library.
Yep.
And we got like an in and out system happening in here now because Scott's over 5,000 comic books, and the weekly ones you get each week are just making it in.
Yeah, just more and more every time.
It's awesome, dude. So yeah, and DC, I mean, so much good DC stuff. All right, Batman, Full Moon, keep us posted on that. And if you're reading along, let us know. Like, that's one of those things where I like talking about. I'm hearing about because like that'll get me in just to like start reading the series.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you got to watch spoilers too. Like I have such an etiquette with spoilers with movies, so I want to pay like the same respect to comics.
Sure.
But you'll have to be the guide, I think, on these walks. I think that was really good. You didn't give anything away.
Yeah,
even.
just a blurb. This is what it's about. This is what you can expect.
Batman, Full Moon. All right, go ahead and talk about your second one, Predator versus Black Panther.
It's another book where it's right there on the cover. You know what you're going for. Disney bought 20th Century Fox, who owned Predator and Alien. So, of course, they're going to start tying these in together. The beginning of the year, I do believe it was Wolverine versus Predator. And there's currently a Avengers versus Aliens
Right.
happening.
Yeah, that's in here.
Yeah, Predator versus Black
there's like
Panther.
a Spider-Man.
There's a Spider-Man coming up. Spider-Man versus Predator. This series just wrapped up last week. There's only 4 issues. And the Predators are headed to Wakanda. What do you think they're after?
Vibranium.
Vibranium. It's one of the only places in the galaxy.
Got to get it.
They know, where it exists. They found it. Oh, and there's a protector here. He's a pretty tough battle. That's what they're kind of into. Throughout this 4-issue series, lots and lots of knockdown, drag out fights, of course. And like all the other titles, this is kind of an aside. So there's no real keeping to any comic book 616 stuff. Anything can happen.
Just side stories.
Side stories.
That's cool.
Doesn't
Isolated.
take place in the main.
It's like what would happen essentially.
Yeah, it's a what if.
Yeah.
You could say. Really good. I like it if you're a fan of either property. I would say give this a shot. Like I said, it's quick. 4 issues. You can sit down and read this in 30 minutes.
Predator versus Black Panther. And then last but not least, Absolute Superman, along with, they've been doing the Absolute Batman. They got Absolute Wonder Woman.
Yep.
I read the Absolute Batman. Awesome. And then Absolute Superman I read today. And I was saying, like, they could just call these like extreme almost. It's like just
It's turned up.
It's different. It's turned up. Yeah, it's a little different. So it's like Elseworlds, What If style. Like it's a different version of Superman's past, but it's the same in essence. And then everything's turned up. And then I think you talked about this on the show before, and I picked up on it. Like they've kind of messed with his power set a little bit. Mm-hmm. He also has a relationship with like kind of his suit is like a technologically advanced like suit that he has to like use for all sorts of things, and like a much deeper relationship with his original parents from Krypton, deeper backstory on them. But I just liked the artwork is perfect. This Superman is really cool. I like the way he talks, the way he acts, just like a different, darker side of a Superman that you just haven't seen, and you're still kind of like, what? They open up this world of like, well, man, what else is going on here to make all of this kind of be like, you're still learning along the way, kind of what the differences are. Like, how is this Superman different? It's like, oh, we're going to tell you.
Yeah.
I loved it. Absolute Superman. So I'm into this Absolute stuff. I know you are too.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you started yet, Jandy?
I've only done Absolute Batman, and I loved it. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
There's
for sure.
a number 2 in there somewhere.
Absolute Batman. You got like the mercenary style, like Alfred.
That second issue of Absolute Batman was great.
That's next. I got it.
It's down there somewhere.
It is. It's down there. It's down there.
Along with Wonder Woman, I see it sitting right there on top.
And then last on comic books this week, we're all reading the Ultimate Universe. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You just put Ultimate Spider-Man 11 in here.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it was good.
You still got to read the Ultimates 6.
Yep.
With the Hulk.
Yeah, I'll talk about that soon for sure. Maybe is it here?
It's here. You're taking it with you.
It's down
good. That's
there's a few things. There's a few things you're walking out here with.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, tell us what you're reading in Comic Book Town. Shout out Martin at Apotheosis Comics, our local comic book shop. Any other ones that you want to shout out that you go to?
I go to Endless Comics, Cards, and Games in St. Charles. My guy Jason over there.
Dude, what's up, Jason? You see a lot of Scotty.
Oh yeah,
he sees you as much as I do, if not more.
Every Wednesday, I'm in there.
There you go.
Comic books, more to come. All right, Andy, tell us about Apple TV Plus TV series Slow Horses with Gary Oldman.
Oh yeah, baby. He's almost unrecognizable. Has anyone else seen this show?
I haven't seen it yet. You got Gary Oldman, Jack Lowden, Rosalind Elizar, Olivia Cook,
Cook.
Yeah.
and a couple other folks. I've always seen this pop up, and I almost think about watching it. There's like a couple seasons of it. I think I think it's back again. You can tell
Yeah.
us, but I haven't seen it. But I've been intrigued, so that's where I'm at. And Scotty is not an Apple TV person. Person
I
yet.
am on the edge.
I've heard
There-
good things. A person I worked with
There's a couple
said
of things I need to watch.
I feel like
For
Apple
sure.
TV doesn't miss very often.
I think it's hit and miss, but most things are good quality. Like you're not watching anything bad. But okay, Slow Horses. Andy, what's your take so
Yeah, for
far?
sure.
Where are you? And how much have you seen?
I watched 4 seasons in the past couple weeks.
There are
They're
4
very short.
seasons.
They're very short. And what's crazy is it's 4 seasons and it started in 2022.
Wow.
So they move pretty quick.
It's called Slow Horses.
Yeah, these are the fastest horses.
Facts. But Gary Oldman is worth the price of admission for Apple TV just in itself.
Right. That's what I
my-
was thinking. Like you pay for him. You're like, he's gonna bring it.
Yes, he plays like he plays the director of Slough House, which is basically what the novel that this show is based off of. They're basically like MI5 rejects. So whenever you mess up in the field, you get, as an MI5 agent, you get kicked down a lower level to this basically rejects that is led by Gary Oldman, plays a guy named Jackson Lamb. He's just so vile and disgusting and just gross. Like you can just tell he's so unkept and nasty, just burping and farting everywhere all the time. But it's so funny. Like he is amazing. So basically you see a lot about his crew, which you can see on there. That's his main crew. You even see the a little House of Dragons girl right there as well.
That's her.
Olivia Cook, which she's in it for a little bit. I'm a huge fan of this show. Like Slough House is basically the place that they work out of. It's kind of like a play on the name, I guess. Slow Horses.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, there was times where we watched the whole season in a day just because it's so short and sweet. Like 6 episodes, 45 minutes for each episode, 4 seasons. Like
Keep it moving.
we moved through this pretty quick, but 100% one of the better kind of like international spy type dramas that I've seen. It kind of gave me like 24 vibes a little bit, but not as extreme.
Right.
It's hard to get on that pedestal.
Yeah, that's like high energy 24.
Yeah.
Literally just tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, there's a couple more seasons coming. What else?
Slow Horses.
Yeah, it's based on a book. So each season is on one of the novels. So I was very excited to read today that there's 2 more seasons coming.
You're pumped about that, and you rewatched it, which is an instant testament to it. So if you've seen it twice, you can definitely give us the rating.
Oh, the rating, I'd go a 3.3 out of 4.
And what are you ding? What are you dinging there?
It's just sometimes it does move a little bit slow, and which is funny to say now when you guys made that joke a minute ago. But but yeah, I mean it's most episodes are bangers. One of those ones that just gives you you can't stop watching because there's a damn cliffhanger after every single one. And like I can't tell you how many times me and Steph were up till midnight. And we were like, we're trying to go to bed at 10. Stop this.
It's
Apple
that
TV.
good. That's when something's good though.
And
That's when
not-
it's really good.
Yeah, it's like I said, Gary Oldman steals the show. Like Steph did not believe me when I told her that that's Commissioner Gordon from The Dark Knight, and she's like, "No, it's not. There's no way."
Me and Carrie were just talking about Gary Oldman and how good he is and like everything he does and run through the list. All right, so Scotty Scoop, Slow Horses, another reason for you to get Apple TV Plus. If you're watching Slow Horses out there, write us in, let us know. If you look at it as like a game, like, ooh, 1 out of 3 of us have seen this. Maybe one day all of us will have seen it. Because you're the second person that referred it to me, so it's almost like I'm at the point now where like if we run out of stuff to watch this and it's right there, Slow Horses might be next.
Yeah.
Because it's just I was kind of teetering, but Gary Oldman, and if it moves that quick, okay, that's what I was worried about. It was gonna be like a little too slow. We keep saying that, but
No, we moved through it so fast. Like I've never watched 4 seasons of any show that quickly.
Slow Horses, Apple TV Plus. All right, guys. Me and Carrie watched a movie called Rapture Palooza with Craig Robinson Anna Kendrick, a 2013 film, I believe. And it's got all sorts of people in this. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe we found it. John Francis, Rob Corddry.
Yep.
He's hilarious in a lot of stuff. Thomas Lennon, Ken Jeong, Rob Hubel, Anna Gastier.
Gastier.
From
Thank you,
SNL.
Scotty.
SNL.
Yeah, SNL legend. I mean, all these people, if you look at their faces on the screen, hilarious legends. This movie is one of those kind of like the scary movie, kind of genre, not another teen movie,
Right.
except like they're like, what if we did the rapture, the Christian rapture that happens in the Bible, the Christian Bible. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the rapture. Are you guys familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you?
Yeah.
Sucked up into heaven.
Okay, so yeah, I guess like I just want to get your guys's, and then I'd give this no matter what. Like, if you're not familiar, yeah, it's like in the book of Revelation, like the last chapter of the Bible. It's kind of like in the Christian Bible is like the end of days will look something like this, and you learn this, definitely like in Southern Baptist and Pentecostal and Catholic churches, all over like the Missouri growing, and at least in the early 2000s and 90s when I was growing up. And they take this premise of, what would happen? Well, essentially there's a few things that happen. They say that all the Christians would just get sucked up, vanish, and like leave their clothes behind. And then there's like this 7 years of purgatory. There's an antichrist that says like, I'm going to fix everything. And I'm here to solve the problems. But he's called the Antichrist for a reason. It's like, it's a trick. And then it's like Jesus will come back and save everybody. So that's the story of the rapture. This movie, I mean, they play out all that and everything that comes with it. And just one thing at a time, they just kind of check the box of, locust, blood raining from the sky. What would it be like if like, your half your family got dusted? And there's like some funny things that they kind of just tweak on it. Not too much spoilers here. This is a movie, you don't really worry about spoilers. That's the premise. But like, somebody got sent to heaven and they got sent back. It was like and there was like the whole idea of like, what was it like up there? And she's like, I was just in line minding my own business. So it's super slapstick. I mean, they got it together. They got this movie off the ground, and it barely, there wasn't much wind in its sails. But they got it over the finish line, and there's some funny stuff at the end. But I give this, a solid, 2.5 out of 4.0.
Right, yeah.
This is Rapture Palooza.
What? Where'd you watch it?
I think Amazon Prime.
And what brought you to this movie?
Ditto.
We were also, it was one of those times where it was like, we were just shopping, like
Yeah.
kind of just open shopping.
So, yeah, just like scrolling, like,
And it was like the end of like Saturday night.
and
it
you
was,
saw some faces.
we
and
saw
you're like,
faces.
I know them.
And she's like, Carrie, we like Anna Kendrick.
Who
Kendrick's great.
doesn't?
But it was, it's a pretty bad movie overall, but enough in there to where like you'll be laughing and chuckling.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of funny people in there doing funny things. So
Okay. You need that sometimes.
I'm not saying to watch it. I said 2.5 out of 4. That's, you decide for yourself. And if you're like a Rapture person, it might offend you. You might not even like it.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's kind of making fun of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of just playing things out. It's kind of like, they don't make too much fun of all of it. They just kind of do some of it. So
Yeah.
like you can kind of look at it through the lens of whatever. Like if you're into the Rapture, maybe you should just watch it for like, you'll get some payoffs on screen of like, what's it look like when someone's clothes just when they vanish? They like do that. And they had like a TV show on the movie that was called like Most Embarrassing Raptures. And there was like a guy that ran into the bathroom videoing and he was pooping. He was like, no, don't look at me. I'm pooping. And he got raptured at that moment. And they're like, that was the last thing that ever happened to him.
Wow.
So there's just like stuff like that.
More like Crapture.
This
Wow.
Daniel Craig
You
Robinson.
could have written the movie.
Yeah,
I know.
seriously.
I know.
Craig Robinson plays the Antichrist, and he plays like the most like, he's like too sexy perverted. Like it's not good. It's like very rapey, and he's like, I'm just playing a character. I'm playing the devil, But I was still uncomfortable. All right, I talked about it. Rapture Palooza.
2013. It was a different time, folks.
I brought a bad one and a good one today. That's the bad one. We know that if you're tuning into this podcast, you like listening to stories. Audible has you covered. Audible is the ultimate destination for audiobook lovers. Whether you're a fan of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series or the MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, they have everything you could find and more. Start your free 30-day trial today. You'll get 1 credit, 2 if you're a Prime member, which you can use to choose any premium selection title. You'll also receive access to the Audible Plus catalog with podcasts, audiobooks, and Audible originals, and shows like Mostly Superheroes. You'll even get a friendly reminder before your 30-day trial ends. Visit audibletrial.com/mostly or visit mostlysuperheroes.com and find our Audible page. Subscribe to Audible today and start listening to your story. When I'm looking to catch the latest flick or indulge in a film classic, there's no place like the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema at the City Foundry, St. Louis, Missouri. It's where cinema and comfort collide, with plush seats, state-of-the-art visuals, and a menu that's a blockbuster in its own right. For you movie buffs that can't get enough, check out the Alamo Season Pass. For just $19.99 a month, you can watch as many movies as you want, up to 1 per day. It's the ultimate ticket for those who live and breathe movies. That's not all. The Alamo Drafthouse is more than just movies. It's an experience, with events that celebrate film culture, trivia nights that test your movie knowledge, and a bar that's a tribute to cinematic absurdity. It's the ultimate hangout for anyone who loves a good story. You can also book the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema for your private events, birthdays, celebration, corporate events, or even staple events like our Screen and Social. So whether you're a diehard cinephile or just in for a good time, join me and the crew at 3765 Foundry Way in St. Louis, Missouri. Dive into their showtimes and events at www.drafthouse.com. And don't forget to tell them Mostly Superheroes sent you, because every movie night should be legendary. We got pretty cool ads on this podcast, I'll give us that. However, you might be like me when it comes to certain content, and I just don't want the ads. As little as $1.99 a month, you can get ad-free content from Mostly Superheroes. That's right. Patreon, Apple Podcast, Podbean, all of these channels offer ad-free versions of our episodes coming out early, including the patron pre-show, the show before the show. Open up Patreon, Apple Podcast, or Podbean, or go to mostlysuperheroes.com/support to learn more. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcasts. Mostly Superheroes Indie Podcast has a slate of upcoming titles, interviews, and topics ready for our listeners and fans, and you could reach our audiences. Hear our voice, our crew, record an ad in your style, and make your brand heard on Mostly Superheroes. Find out more at mostlysuperheroes.com/sponsor. All right, Andy, you're back again. HBO original series Industry with Kit Harington, Harry Lawley, Marissa Abela.
Yep. They have a very young ensemble cast. Like I don't recognize any of these people except for Mr. Ken Leung, who was in
I've never
Lost.
seen it. Scotty's never seen it.
No.
This is, and it's HBO Industry. How many seasons are there?
There's 3 seasons so far, 8 episodes
3
each.
seasons.
Yeah.
And how much have you
never heard of this show?
how much have you digested?
I'm about halfway through all of it so
Okay.
far. So
Okay. Halfway through.
Rating's going to be tough there.
You don't have to rate it. No, you're giving people a synopsis
Is
now.
it still
and,
ongoing?
And are you going to keep watching?
I'm going to keep watching for sure.
Okay.
So we're pretty sure the 3rd season just ended over the past month or so. Finance Bros Unite. This show is for you. If I feel like if you don't understand stock market in that type of jargon, this is not for you. There's a lot of, it follows basically recent graduates in London working for this Pierpoint in company investment bank. Basically they have a few months where they work balls to the wall, super high pressure environment, and then half of them are cut, and it's more kind of going through them dealing with that. And also, I mean, they're in their 20s, so this show is full of sex, drugs, and more sex. Just every other scene is a sex scene, and some of them get.
All right, so if you don't know finance,
raunch-
you're going to
raunchy.
be upset. But if you like sex,
yeah, exactly.
okay.
Exactly. So,
And you and Steph watch it together.
no, this is just me.
It's a man show because of
Yeah.
all the sex.
But honestly, what's funny, like I watch it like on my lunch break sometimes. And,
Oh
like,
gosh!
and, like
I tried to risk reading 50 Shades of Grey during my clinical in college, and that was a bad idea. You wear scrubs. You're reading. You're reading
so like I'll
hardcore literature.
come in.
I'll have to like turn it really. I'll have
Steph,
to, like
don't come in. I'm
Yeah.
watching Industry.
I'm watching in HBO's Industry
Yeah.
with Jon Snow, the sexy Jon Snow.
he's not in it yet, unfortunately.
You have what?
What?
He's on the poster.
Exactly.
You're telling me
he
you're a
does not
newest
show up
season,
until
yes.
season 3.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there you go. If you're thinking about getting in the show, you got a season and a half that you won't even get with him.
It's unfortunate,
Won't
but
even get with him.
from reviews that I've read is every season gets better, and I'd say this so far from 1 to 2, and it's that the third season is the best.
And you're a finance head.
Yeah.
We're really digging into that side of your
I'm
personality
finance.
right now.
I'm compliance finance.
Well, that and your sex
not the fun-
compulsion.
not the fun. I'm not. I don't understand. Like I am like a lot of this is even over my head.
You have to,
and,
like,
I
Google it?
understand stocks and stuff.
You
so it's
Google
just,
stuff that they're talking about.
No, I just.
Is this kind of like Succession, where like it's just made up business stuff? Don't worry about
It's-
it. Or
It's like a mix of Succession and
but it's
like,
some real world stuff.
Euphoria.
I'm sure.
Like
Oh,
that's where the sex part's
Ah,
sexual
okay.
deviancy.
they're in the
is.
club.
Yes, exactly. They're
club.
going out every night, like doing cocaine in the bathroom. And then going to work the next day. We can't do this in our 30s, but
Classic
maybe
finance.
in our 20s.
You
I
shouldn't.
don't know.
I don't even know. No one should be doing cocaine. I'll say for the record.
Yes, to clarify, exactly. That was just in the show.
But in the show, get ready. It's happening. I
Yeah.
mean, it sounds like one of those like fast paced, kind of like a Gossip Girl, but like finances and
Yeah.
we got rich people, good looking people, important events, like high
Yeah.
pressure
they're,
situations.
they're touching on times like right now. The second season started just after like post-COVID lockdown, so you're seeing people like go into the office again, and that's a
Boo.
big part of it. Yeah, exactly.
And they brought COVID
and,
into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Wow.
there's still people wearing masks in the office. Like they're talking about like COVID stock plays and stuff like that. So
Well, that's why it's having a hard time.
I think I'm a huge fan of the show Billions from Showtime. That
With
did
The
a
Rock?
few years ago. No, it's I can't remember the main guy's name. Oh my god.
Redhead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George, is it Giamatti?
Paul
no,
Giamatti's
Paul
in it.
Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti is in it, and he's amazing. Honestly, carries
Billions.
the show.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of
But
like
this
that.
it's yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's a little bit like that. Like I just can't
Okay.
I can't say no to shows like that just because like it's the field that I work in. But
And you like The Big Short?
yeah, I like that movie.
Nice. Well, this is good. This is a whole category right now. Unlocking.
Yeah, no,
All right.
International Andy. I got 2 London-based shows,
And they finally
to
just
talk about today.
they finally leveled it out too. They just called it Industry.
I know.
All right, HBO Industry. Yeah, tell us when you finish it, and then you can rate it and keep us posted.
For sure. The most bodily fluids I've ever seen in a show in my life.
Oh, jeez.
Like
Put that on the poster.
Oh, it's not going. That's staying right in. No Roadhouse.
the most bodily fluids.
Oh, that's
The
the cat.
Giggler, mostly superheroes.
Great. Now I got to cut that. All right, Scotty Scoop, AMC Plus original series Pantheon. Tell us about it. Me and Andy don't know anything about it.
Nothing. Okay, so I just started watching this a couple of days ago on Netflix. It's come to Netflix. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. But I am really enjoying this. What do you guys know about the singularity? If I were to say that, what do you know what that means?
To me, the singularity, it was like played out in a movie, I think, called The Singularity, maybe, or in a different movie where it was basically the principle of like, it's like technologically like merging like a human mind with like AI
Yes.
and like finding kind of like the peak intelligent point or
like
something.
like if we were all uploaded into a cloud,
Right. We would become
we would
like
become
a single
this-
mind.
the singularity.
Right.
So
Okay.
this is about a young girl. She had lost her father. He worked at this tech company, And come to find out, I would say maybe 6 to 7 years later, finds out that this tech company has uploaded her father's consciousness into the cloud and has it hostage. She's made some contact. It's kind of like
It's like you leave your body and you go in, and
they call it UI, uploaded intelligence, and she's being contacted kind of like Neo was in the Matrix by some sort of apparition who she believes is her father. And it's
wow,
man, it's really, really good.
Animated
So
series.
far. I'm like,
looks
there's
really
2
awesome.
seasons, there's 16 episodes. I'm about 4 episodes in, and it's really got its hooks into me right now. And it deals a lot with the morality of taking someone's consciousness and uploading it, and is it still that person?
Right.
Is it still what they were, or is this something new?
Yeah.
Very
nice, and it's got a pretty cool
That's very good cast of characters.
yeah,
here.
cast of characters here. Daniel
Day Kim,
from Lost.
yeah, Scoot McNairy, one of my favorite names to say.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, yeah, Ron Livingston down there.
Oh, love Ron.
Yeah,
I love how this outs everyone with
And-
their birth year.
yeah,
I know. This is a Google search. It's like, why are you throwing your birth year in there? All right, so Pantheon came out originally on AMC, and now it's on Netflix. A couple seasons out. You've seen them all.
I have not seen them all.
You haven't.
I've
How
only
far are
seen-
you?
I've only seen 4 of 16 episodes.
Wow. So you're just getting
I'm
started,
just scratching the surface.
but you like
and-
it so far.
Yes, I'm gonna finish this probably by Friday.
And you'll tell us what it is.
I will.
You'll rate it.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Go along for the journey with Scotty Scoop
Yes,
and watch Pantheon.
Pantheon.
All right. Peacock, original TV series, 2 seasons out. Based on a true story. Kaylee Kuko, Tom Bateman.
Cuoco.
Is it Cuoco?
It's Cuoco.
Cuoco. Kaylee Cuoco.
Cuoco.
Cuoco. Cuoco.
Kaylee.
You say it.
Cuoco.
Kaylee. Cuoco.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Priscilla Quintana, Chris Messina, Liana Liberato, and Natalia Dyer, who you'll recognize from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
Based on a true story. Like I said, 2 seasons, murder mystery show, fast-paced comedy, well-made, high production, great actors. It's in California. Unique twists on a murder show, and a lot of the things that happen in the show are based on true stories. So not everything. It's loosely tied together. So, which to me also a lot of times means not at all. Like we're just...
I was waiting for you to say the name of the show.
It's based on a true
until
story.
I realized it was based on a true story.
And that's
I
what
was
it's
like. Oh,
right. And
okay, I got it.
it's working. You know what I mean? Like it's like almost like a title, but like,
Sure.
does the show back it up? You would ask. I think so far the show has definitely backed it up. 2 seasons. I'm a huge fan. You're on the edge of your seat. You end up on like kind of, there's just parts where you're like feeling for a serial killer. They kind of mix it up to where like these people in the show are so normal and get mixed up with a person they find out is a serial killer. What would actually happen? Especially if one of those people was a podcast nerd and wanted to get the scoop on a murder, maybe while it's happening in live action. That's season 1. And then I won't even tell you the rest because what happens in season 2. I would say go find out. I'd highly recommend this. Seen both seasons. 3.8 out of 4.0 based on a true story on
Wow.
Peacock. Yeah.
Now, is this something you had been watching, or is this something that you discovered and binged?
Well, they release like all the episodes at once.
Right.
So I
Well,
think
you said there's 2 seasons.
there are 2 seasons. So it was last year. I think it came
Yeah.
out in 2023. And then this season just dropped like this year in 2024, just a couple weeks ago, like this week. All episodes. So it was like watch one in a weekend, whole season, 8 episodes, I think. and watch it this week. That's what we did this weekend.
Oh, okay. So this isn't something that you watched like last year when the first season came out, and you've been you've been waiting for it.
Well, I've been waiting.
Oh, you have.
We watched it right when it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's been like in our brain. We didn't rewatch it because we remembered all the details really well because it's a pretty easy to understand story overall, and it's well told. And it's I think it's like hard not to have a good time watching this show.
So is this like a comedy? Is this kind of like an Only Murders in the Building kind of thing?
Totally.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like definitely the same style, like
All right.
fun, like kind of funny comedy, but also like way
Still
more,
like
more
whodunit.
more who done it, and
Yeah.
also more serious.
Okay.
Like the stakes feel a little bit more in this one, where don't even get me started on Only Murders in the Building. What a great show!
Yeah.
It's a great show. So yeah, I'm into those types of things. I'm not even like a crazy hard murder guy. Carrie watches a lot of 2020 and 48 hours.
Shannon
So,
does as well.
this would be this is an easy sell, but I think that she's been pleasantly surprised with just how good it is. And Kaylee Cuoco,
There you go. You got it.
she's great. She's got to shred her stuff for me, like in The Flight Attendant in this. And
Yeah.
there was another one too. And I think
The Big Bang Theory.
yeah, Big Bang Theory,
Yeah.
of course. That's like her OG. But like these, she's really getting to like stand out. Flight Attendant, like she'll blow your mind in that
Flight
show.
Attendant was really
That
good.
was a
Oh
solid
my
show.
god, you talk about a show like bring it back.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, based on a true story, Peacock. You guys check it out.
Looks like there's some bodily fluids in this one too.
There, mainly a lot of blood.
Mainly, not all though.
Not all, but mostly. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for Andy.
Damn.
The meat.
Turkey.
Yeah, the meat is turkey. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Thanksgiving. This weird American holiday where, let's just call it what it is. If it looks like a turkey, it walks like a turkey. It's probably a turkey. But Thanksgiving, it's a great time to get together with the family, to have some time off. I'm a big fan of the holidays in the US. We have like 6 holidays where like the country really does like try to slow down and give you the time. It's not, not any big ones. It's just the Europe, they get off like 30 days. Okay.
Yeah, they do get a lot.
And they do like summer sabbaticals and stuff. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more. That's like still making its way over here. Even though we came from over there originally, came over here, bullied some Native Americans. The first Thanksgiving was okay.
Yeah. We
So
were
you
like, hey,
read.
you guys got some corn? And they were like, sure, we got corn. Come on over.
And then I don't think there was like a lot of good Thanksgivings after
No.
that. It was kind of like, this isn't working out. And then I think it's cool that we changed Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
I think like that makes sense, but I can kind of see like the meeting room on that a little bit, where they were like Thanksgiving almost makes like more sense to like give back,
Yeah.
but they were like, Thanksgiving, that's turkey,
Yeah.
that's football, absolutely not. So hey guys, I'm just saying, maybe we need to still figure out something about like Thanksgiving. It's good for the good stuff that it has, but it still has like a weird history. All right, so speaking of Thanksgiving, I want to know what you guys are doing, and I want to get updates on football,
Yes.
because I know that like, hey, we're off, we're gonna be sitting at home, we got fantasy football. I'm part of it, but
You're
I'm in. I'm not winning. So maybe we just start with Andy, this Thanksgiving Day schedule. We got 3 games for people looking forward to.
Solid. I would definitely urge people to watch the first and last game. Maybe if you're going to take your Thanksgiving turkey nap, to take that during the Giants-Cowboys game. We got the leading off with the Bears and Lions. Lions are one of the best teams in the league this year.
12:30 Eastern, 11:30. That'll be 11:30 in the morning Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
going.
I'll be just when you open the first can of booze right there. Giants Cowboys at 4:30 Eastern.
That's a stinker.
That is a
right there.
crap game.
Battle for
so
last
bad.
place.
Battle for last. Okay.
One team just released their quarterback. The other team doesn't have a quarterback because he just got hurt. And one team's owned by Jerry Jones, and he's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And then
Their
Dolphins
stadium
Packers.
is literally falling apart.
Dolphins Packers at 8:20. Your night game Eastern, 7:20 Central. So you got a day of football. And then there is a game, I believe, on Black Friday too.
Yes, there is a Black Friday game.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had it pulled up, but I didn't.
I'm
but
here for that.
They
always.
started it last year,
we won't-
and it's catching on.
Yeah.
do you guys know who it would be based on who's left?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah, let's give
come
people
on,
I mean,
Andy.
if we brought them this far, if
Oh.
you're like here for football right now and you're like, there's a Black Friday game, who is it and when
Gotta
is
be
it?
the
Raiders,
Vikings.
Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Raiders Chiefs.
What time?
Chiefs. That's at 2 o'clock Central on Prime Video.
So
That's a
after
new
you've
one.
been out at the mall for 12 hours
Yeah.
fighting for TVs, you bring home your TV, plug it in, you got a nice afternoon game.
Boom.
Oh baby. Then yeah, you'll have it ready for Christmas when the Steelers play the Chiefs again on Netflix.
So like in a minute or less or 2 minutes or less, like what is the status of the NFL? Like who's going to the Super Bowl? Do we know? Like we won't know until after how long?
So Super Bowl's early February. We're at week 12 out of 17 right now, or 18 right
18,
now.
yeah.
18 weeks now.
So 6 more weeks.
Chiefs just
playoffs
can't-
are in there.
Yeah, Chiefs just can't stop
They
losing.
just lost their first game.
They can't stop winning. It's annoying. They just lost to the Bills finally.
Nice.
But otherwise, Patrick Mahomes just keeps coming out on top no matter what. It's
Too early to
disgusting.
make a prediction.
So
you guys want to make another
It's-
prediction?
It's still a little early, but
Oh.
I mean,
I'll
would
go with my prediction.
I mean, go ahead.
Chiefs-
The
Chiefs-
Thanksgiving Day prediction.
Chiefs Lions. I think is the Super Bowl here.
Steelers, Lions.
Okay.
A little wishful thinking. He's laughing
They're
at you.
here. They're here. They're here, Scott.
Oh.
Just wait.
Is
Just
he
wait.
out of his
Mark
mind?
Mark these
Yeah,
words.
he's out of his mind. They just lost.
Uh,
That was an embarrassing
it.
loss.
That was a division game on short rest in the snow. Come on now. You
In
will
the
watch
snow. In the
Wednesday,
snow?
Wednesday, December
Making
25th,
excuses.
aka Christmas Day.
They lost to the Browns.
They
I know they're not
they are
one
going
of
to
the best
show what's
teams.
up. They're going to show they're playing. The Steelers are playing the Chiefs on Christmas Day on Netflix, and just watch. It's going to be way better than the last thing that most people watched on Netflix in the Tyson fight.
Oh right, yeah. We didn't even talk about that sporting event that apparently was bad quality and in both picture and fight
Yeah,
form.
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even see it, to be honest. I shouldn't even comment on it. Did you guys watched it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
What's your take? Give
I
your
watched
takes
what
on it.
I watched what I could
Why
watch.
we're in sports? What was your take on that fight?
The women's fight, amazing.
Right, that's what I've heard.
And then the Paul and Tyson fight was absolutely terrible. It was just Paul beating up an old man.
Yeah, my feed conveniently started working 5 seconds before you could see Mike Tyson's butt cheeks on the screen in the locker
Right,
room.
the locker room interview. That was great.
That was great.
That was a
I
great
was like,
moment.
What the hell am I in for right now? And luckily, not much.
Yeah, everyone was highly disappointed.
Yeah,
All right, so
I don't think there are many Paul fans out there.
no.
They just wanted
they're mad
to
at him
see-
now.
They wanted to see Mike Tyson really turn into Mike Tyson on
And,
this
like,
guy, and it just didn't happen.
It didn't happen
That's
at all.
not who he is anymore.
It just didn't happen.
No,
That's what it really sounds like. It just didn't happen.
no.
Yeah.
All right, so back to football. All right, fantasy football. How you guys holding up? How are we holding up, Scotty?
I'm making a comeback in the league that we're in together. I'm sitting at 5-6. I may or may not win tonight's game, depending on how my running back does. We'll see. In my other league, my work league, I'm doing much better. 8-3. Probably going to take that one.
Is that for money?
That one is for money.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next year, if you want me back, it has to be for money.
Okay. I don't think there's going to be a shortage of people wanting to play for money.
That's it.
We might
It
have
gets
to
people
weed
more
out
invested.
some of these kids.
But if there's money involved, you know,
Maybe they'll pay a little more attention.
yeah.
Yep.
All right, how you doing?
Team Mostly Superheroes is 7-5. Been a little disappointing lately, but the roster is stacked. I think we're being messed up by some bye weeks happening right now.
Mm.
But I have confidence. I think we have the best team in the league. We just need Saquon Barkley to just chill a little bit because he's a little too good.
He's good.
A little too good. But my big money team that I pay the most attention to, that's my best team, and we're making a push for the number 2 seed right now, and I might be able to retire early.
Congrats. That's a big money one. Well, of course, you're a big finance guy over
Walk
here.
away.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys. We'll keep posting on football. Easy distraction. A few days a week, they got games. You know, like the fantasy football. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like me and Carrie will go out, grab dinner, you get a drink or something, and it'll be on. She'll be like, "You got anybody in?" I'm like, let's look, and we'll just like pull it up. Like, all right, we got to pay attention to number 85.
Yeah,
Like,
there you
That's
go.
where it
There's-
starts.
Yep.
Carrie's going to be wearing a football jersey before we know it.
all right. And then the last thing, it's only loosely related, but speaking of battling, I didn't put a slide in here for this one. Pokemon Pocket.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, I've leveled up 3 levels in the past 2 days, just so you guys know.
Oh boy, so you're what, like a 6 now?
11.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Whoa, double digits.
Come
Yeah.
at us.
Yeah, I am. I was like, yeah, I know how to. All right. I did all the training battles.
He's evolving.
And I am. I'm moving through them. Got the cards. I've got it down to 3 energies. You guys are in trouble.
All right.
3 energies.
Like, there's a lot of strategy in this game, and
Yeah.
it becomes kind of just simple math. Like, there's 5 total categories. You can only have 3 energy coins in a deck, and you can only
Yeah.
have 20 cards in the deck total.
Correct.
So you have to have a nice mix of power with those energies, plus some nice, potion cards or like energy getter cards to make a big move fast. I'm really giving you guys the trade of the secret here.
I
You are.
mean, I would say the real goal is to not need any more than 2 different types of energy in your deck.
Yes, I agree.
use
If you can
one.
get it down to 2,
Yeah.
I know even 1, might
It-
not be bad.
I mean,
but
if you just have one, I mean, that's all your eggs in one basket. You're
It is.
yeah, fire deck, let's go. And then
no,
the first card flips over and it's a water Pokemon, you might as well concede.
I know.
It's over.
But
yeah.
hey, I've had some like really impressive comebacks.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I thought I was done, and then I pulled it off.
Yeah.
It's a good game for like forethinking, like looking a few moves,
strategy.
like looking moves ahead and like reading the board
Yes.
and going like, what is the best move? Because you can make smarter moves than you're making.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
realize. And now Carrie has downloaded the app and is
Oh
playing.
my God.
Yes.
You gotta send us that friend request, bro.
I know she was like she was like showing, she's like opening cards, and then she's like, I just won my first battle. I was like, oh
What?
boy.
Here it goes.
She was like, do you think I'd like it? I was
to
like,
the bedroom?
I was like, I think so. Yeah, dude. So I guess we're all playing Pokemon Pocket.
It's
Dude,
awesome.
I got 2 people signed up this weekend.
So we should start getting commission.
I'm gonna connect this to our conversation from last week with a bridge. This bridge right now, me and Scotty talked about the app, about how much fun we were having.
Yeah.
And then finding out how much we're having this week, just put those together. It's they have really streamlined it. They made like a better version of like the Game Boy game
Yes.
without all the messy campaign stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and just get like it's
You're not
about the
wandering
battling.
around in the grass,
Yes.
attacking random Pokemon.
And then when you were playing the card game, you'd be like, oh, let me flip my coin 8 times.
Yeah.
Let me get my energy coins and put them on the, like,
I
all right,
never knew how to
hey,
play.
you don't want to do math anymore? Yeah, you don't know how to play?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I told Kara. I was like, you don't even need to worry about the things I'm telling you, because the game prompts you
yes.
with what you should do next.
and it won't let you do the wrong thing.
You can't do anything wrong.
If there's
you can't
something
make
you
up
want to
rules.
do and it won't let you, oh, that's because it's against the rules and you can't do it.
All right, Pokemon Pocket. Let's keep playing.
Let's go.
And then next is game that I just got in the house, St. Louis Monopoly.
Oh my gosh.
And me and Carrie have played 4 games of Monopoly.
just you two?
Just us
oh
two.
my gosh. Those are the
One-on-one.
longest games.
They were pretty quick with us. I was like, we'll just keep
Yeah?
it moving.
What's your record?
Just play one every year someday.
She has won. I guess we played 2 full games and like started a third. We're 1-1.
Okay, so you got the
I won the first one.
tiebreaker.
I mean, I played a lot growing up.
Yeah.
I played regular Monopoly, and we played, you guessed it,
Yeah.
Pokemon Monopoly.
Oh yeah.
And now St. Louis Monopoly's here. It's done. 4 Hands is on there. Got all the fun spots, but it's just the original game. We read the rules straight through. I was like, no house rules. I was like, we're doing this thing by the book forever now. Like
what's Boardwalk and Park Place here?
the Arch.
The Arch Busch Stadium?
I don't even remember the second one right now. The Arch is the big one. Is Boardwalk.
Yeah.
I saw
Can't remember.
somebody complaining that Busch Stadium isn't even on it. I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
Oh, it's got to be some sort of copyright infringement, I would guess.
And like, there's a few parks on there, but like Forest Park isn't on there. Yeah, there's some funny stuff for sure. But
Yeah.
and a lot of it was pay to play, but a lot of it is like cool to see. Like 4 Hands is like one of the yellow properties, and it's pretty cool. Like you're like, oh, there's like a set of the blue ones, and that's like Soulard, Tower Grove, and like the Delmar Loop.
Yeah.
So like have Delmar Loop. I was like, this is where we got married.
Like, oh, the bowling museum. There it is.
Yeah, right. World Chess Hall of Fame is
Yeah,
on
There
there.
you go.
So you guys want to play? Like not right now, but you guys want to play?
So, for sure.
You guys like Monopoly?
I love a good Monopoly game.
I'll do that.
We could do that, and you could do couples too. You could do like teams if you really wanted to have everybody hang out. But if we just did like, we could do just guys.
Yeah.
But if you guys are into St. Louis Monopoly, it is fun.
Bring it down here, throw it on the table, do
Yeah.
a little chit chat while we're playing.
We could chat while we're playing. I don't know if whoever wants to listen to an actual Monopoly game, that might be kind of entertaining.
I think so.
You cut out the gaps and stuff, and you just
Yeah.
get to the action and like
For
the
sure.
fights. Like,
Wheeling and dealing.
We're gonna
Yeah.
fight.
I mean,
Yeah, of course.
dude, I was getting like, I had like PTSD from playing with my friends as kids because like I just was having flashbacks of like they cheated so much, like they cheated so bad, and I remember like it was usually like I'd get like bullied up on to where like I knew that like I'll call them out by name like Will, Chuck, like they were like John, yeah,
Knew that dude was a
busting
cheater.
with the boys. Will, they were passing cards like under the table, making under the table deals. Like the house rules had gotten out of control.
Yeah.
So I still told Kara, I was like, no house rules ever again. Like we just need to like read these rules and know how
And
they work.
Stick by the actual rules.
And if something comes up, we'll go back and check. And like we only had to do that like twice, and it was fun. It's just fun as ever. It gets kind of sad whenever one person's losing though.
Yeah, real bad.
Because it's like it takes a while to end it. So like,
Let's take him out back.
yeah, it was a little bit, but
Old Yeller him.
okay. Those are the games. That was sports. Let's wrap it up. Another fun one in the studio. Guys, we're seeing Kraven the Hunter at Alamo Drafthouse. It's going to be the second week of December for an ongoing screen and social. A lot more screen and socials happening. It's going to be a weeknight, second week of December. Mark your calendars. It's linked up at mostlysuperheroes.com. And we're going to make it super easy. You're just going to get your tickets through Alamo. We'll have it linked up on our event page. And then we'll be there before and after the movie. So you can come and hang out. You can grab a sticker. You can get featured on the podcast if you want to tell us what you thought of the movie before, after. And we'll still have prizes up for grabs as well. So come and try to win a raffle. Alamo is working with us to where we're going to be able to be there with our banner, and you can see this movie with us. Think of it as your new movie club. The Screen and Social is a movie club, man. We're just going to hang out, keep it casual, nerd out about movies. Alamo Drafthouse in the City Foundry in St. Louis is being really good to us and helping us out with like theater time after the movie ends to be able to like hang out,
Nice.
wrap up, have a little time together. Just that extended movie experience, everything that the Screen and Social has always been about. And I mean, now you can watch for these things like once a month, man. We're going to be doing this. Alamo's the first theater we're working with. I've got emails out to Marcus theaters around town, the AMC theaters, talked to even High Point theaters. So who knows where we'll be. Just stay tuned to our social medias and mostlysuperheroes.com/events to stay up to date. You got to, tell us that you're coming. We have an entry thing to where like you can tell us you're coming, send a screenshot of your ticket, telling us that you're coming to that movie at that time. That'll, get you entered into the raffle. And then you can do that even at check-in. When you come to the theater at Alamo, just look for the Mostly Superheroes sign and you'll see us. So Kraven the Hunter is the first one. I can't wait to talk about this movie because these Sony movies are the most fun to talk about, even though they're so bad.
Yeah. There's a lot to break down after a Sony movie, that's for sure.
Any calls on this one, Scotty? Anything? What do you think we can expect from this one? Knowing the character as one of the biggest Spider-Man villains. I mean, arguably from the comics.
Yeah. I mean, I would say just under Green Goblin and Venom. I've still got hopes for this movie, even though it has been delayed and delayed and delayed. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. He looks the part.
Look at that 8-pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
ridiculous.
He's loaded up.
All right, so Carrie was like, so who is he? And I go, I'll do my best to tell you about Kraven the Hunter without looking anything up. I was like, I think
Oh man.
I was like,
this is gonna be
he's
good.
got hunting powers. He's like the best hunter in the world. He can hunt, he can smell, he's fast and strong. He's got like sharp shooting skills. He can do all that. And she's like, how? And I was like, lion bite?
Radioactive lion.
So
You're lying.
what is it? How does it work? Like, how did this guy come to be?
I don't know that he has any supernatural powers at all.
I almost brought the encyclopedia in here. Like, I was like, we could.
Is it out there?
It's out there. We could pull it up. I mean, we could do like bring back character of the week, or just Google, like Kraven the Hunter, like backstory, and we could work it in. Just a little bit of a precursor would be nice to mix with this. Like, come out and see this. If you're gonna come out and see it, what can you expect? Like a Roadhouse.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go.
So, Sergei Kravenov, a Russian immigrant, the son of an aristocrat who fled to the United States with his family in 1917 after the Russian nobility was decimated by the February Revolution. Kraven is a maniacal big game hunter who seeks to defeat Spider-Man to prove he is the greatest hunter in the world. Unlike other hunters, he typically disdains the use of guns or bow and arrows, preferring to take down large, dangerous animals with his bare hands. He also lives by a code of honor of sorts, choosing to hunt his game fairly. He consumes a mystical serum to give himself enhanced strength and dramatically slow the aging process. Kraven was trained as a hunter largely by a mysterious man named Gregor, a mercenary who once battled Khazar. Kraven was, at one point, the lover of voodoo priestess Calypso.
All right, so a good mix of that's the comics lore.
That's the comics
but
lore.
that's the gambit.
He's got
I
some
like
sort of Russian super soldier serum, it sounds like.
Right, and they're not going to pull from all that, but they'll pull from the strong parts of that lore,
Right.
and hopefully piece together something that is 10 to 20 times better than Madam Web.
Yeah, so it would be probably Kraven's dad who was bit by the radioactive lion right before he impregnated his mother.
Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Superman's dad.
I'm writing this movie.
I like calling it because it is a little bit of like, what can we infer?
What kind of crazy stuff did Sony throw up against the wall?
Exactly. Like looking at what they did with Madam Web and Venom, and you kind of go like, okay, that last Venom 3. Morbius and Venom 3 wasn't bad. Morbius was like...
Still need to see that one.
Morbius was still pretty bad, and then Madam Web was like a new level of bad.
Yes.
Like, as much as we had fun talking about it, it was a new level of bad. So, I've seen the makers of this movie speaking out. Of course they are. It's like about opening week, and they're like, give this movie a chance. There's like, I mean, they're literally pegging people to...
We will.
And we will. We're gonna give Sony... I know you've said in the past, like, don't give Sony the money to see
Stop giving them money.
But this is our job.
Give it back to Marvel.
And if you're a nerd,
please.
if you're a nerd, you're gonna have fun at the movies though. Still seeing this,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
because these are fun to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, you go in there with literally less than no expectations.
I don't know nothing. I have no idea.
Not only do you not know anything, but you don't want to know anything, and you're like, whatever way Sony can screw this up, they will screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything is redeemable here, you come out happy.
And what if it's that? Here's where they get me. This is where they really get me every time. I'm like, what if it's really good? and like that's me. Like I'm like,
yeah,
I'm rooting for them. I'm like, what if they brought in like Spider-Man? You know, like what if they did something crazy where it was like, let's go. Why are you not leveraging your best asset?
Yeah.
Like, and why aren't you like calling Kevin Feige and being like, let's just work this out? Like, we'll make this Kraven movie, but like, will you just come over for a day and like fluff out the script?
Sit down and let us like at least
like ride along. Like,
yeah. Cut something or do you need a character? We'll give you a character.
They have the character. They own the character. They own the only character and villains that they need, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is maybe more popular than any other property.
I mean,
like worldwide.
He could be his own universe.
And yeah.
And succeed. This could be a $500 million movie.
You could be building the
if you let
Sinister
someone,
Six.
Yeah.
For real.
If you let someone with a brain write your movies.
Such a burn on
it
Sony.
Could be something. Like, God, you're just so much wasted time.
And then you can see like the end credit scenes of Morbius with like Michael Keaton and stuff, and you're like, "What's
Right.
going on?"
What
There's
is
the Sinister
happening?
Six right there. We got what 3, 4, 5? I don't know how many of them we have.
Yeah, we've got them all.
Look at what happened with Deadpool and Wolverine. You can do anything once these things are made. I stand by what I said years ago, maybe with Madam Web. They
Yeah.
put this movie out there. It exists. Boom. You got a Kraven the Hunter. Good luck, Sony. We'll see you at Alamo Drafthouse. You ready, Giggler?
At least we'll have cheese sticks to make the day okay if the movie sucks.
You going to be able to use your draft pass for this?
I hope.
I mean, I know, dude, I'm going to have to
I
get
don't
one
know.
now.
How does that work?
You
Can
just
you do new
one,
movies? Or
yeah, you can do one, just as long as one movie per day. You can see anything.
any movie.
Dude, I'm going to have to get back. I'm going to have to get that thing, I think.
Yeah,
Man,
I went through it.
Wish Alamo was a little closer.
I know
Yeah.
it's a little far, and that's why I want to stress to listeners and to you guys, like it's not just Alamo. It's not an exclusive thing. We want to do this at all theaters. So like you go out to the Chesterfield, Marcus,
Yeah.
and B&B.
B&B and Wildwood.
I got emails out to them too. Like it's just a matter of connecting.
Sure.
We want to be respectful when we go there and we're like hanging out in the lobby and stuff. We're hey, let's just talk brass tacks. We're helping the movies out. We're bringing people. And we like to genuinely see these.
Yeah, we want to sell some tickets for you, folks.
Exactly. So I think it's going to be just fine. And I've always talked about like the whole reason behind the original Screen and Social was like I hated going to the movies rushed, leaving in a hurry. You know, we're just trying to extend,
get on with your day, and you kind
and
of
forget the movie that you just saw.
lose the experience.
Exactly. Like you know, if it only comes out one time and you're counting it down, you might as well like take an extra 30 minutes before. 30 minutes after. Like, we're not going to keep you all day.
Yeah.
I want you to know that. This is going to be like, let's hang out, talk, grab a few clips from you guys and tell, I want you guys to get like on the podcast that are living here locally. I know there's a whole group of you guys that come out and see this stuff with us. So we'll see you at Alamo, second week of December, Kraven the Hunter, and a lot next year. Speaking of which, we got Skeleton Crew, December 3rd. We'll be talking about this new Star Wars show. We got What If around Christmas time, an episode per day. We'll be doing some kind of special release for that. Best of 2024. Scotty got a preview of this last week. Andy, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but we got this huge, great slide of the Best of 24 Season 5 finale, Holiday Spectacular. And we got people writing in and giving us their best of stuff. It's coming before Christmas. The episode will drop before Christmas. And we'll just name a few of our favorite things. It'll be movies, TV, concerts, stories, comic books, whatever it is. And we'll get to the good stuff. Don't you worry. It'll be right to the good stuff. We got Braden, STL writing in, telling us some stuff. Steve Ewing's helping us out. We got some Voltron people that are going to be chiming in. And we've reached out to all of our friends of the show. So watch for some familiar faces. The guys at Jock and Nerd might be coming back on to the show to give us their best of like they do. And then looking ahead to 2025, guys, we're not going to do it yet. This is for our big finale. Just teasing it out. This is just teasers. No one has seen this slide yet because I just made it today. This is a look at what's happening next year. Captain America, Brave New World, Fantastic Four, First Steps, What If Season 3 will be a thing we talk about early in the year. Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the cartoon, Daredevil. And then
Jurassic Park hiding out.
Look at that. What else you
there in
see?
the
Call them
corner.
out. Yeah. We got Wonder Man,
Yeah, Wonder Man.
Iron Heart. A lot of MCU guys. Look at that. How many MCU titles? That's going to be so fun. Then we got DC stuff like Creature Commandos. Superman Legacy comes out in 2025. Again, we're not doing all of them. Just teasing.
Yeah, we're like 7 months away from a new Superman.
That is the countdown is on for that. So we'll talk more about this in our big season finale. And as you guys find stuff that you want to see next year, keep in touch and see the 2025 page at mostlysuperheroes.com. Thanks to Team Jakey and the Stigma. More to say with Randy Knott in the podcast, the Gramophone, in the Grove. And follow us everywhere online. Just search Mostly Superheroes and you'll find us. That's our show, man. That's what we did. Andy, the Giggler, what was your favorite thing today?
Definitely the bodily fluids industry talk. That was,
And all the right.
I look forward to your reviews because you guys are.
I feel like you were over there
inevitably
watching it
gonna
while
be
I was
watching.
like going through the spiel. You were
Yeah.
like had your phone pulled up and was just watching industry.
No. That's for later tonight.
Yeah. When Stephanie goes to sleep. Industry.
Why
Right.
No.
Andy goes to bed. Like, why are you all sweaty? I was
Honestly,
watching Industry.
yeah. The football talk was my favorite as always. Shout out to Jock and Nerd because I'm our local jock, I guess, by trade.
And I
For
wonder,
sure.
and this is like part of the meat, so I might work it back in. But what are you doing for the Turkey Day?
Just going to see my parents for lunch, and then going to Steph's family in Florissant for dinner. So just
A day of eating and hanging out.
yeah, exactly, par for the course. I'll be watching football, making sure that. Luckily, I'll be traveling in between when that crappy Giants game's on. So
You plan to travel well.
yeah, thank God for that.
Scotty Scoop, what was your favorite thing today? And tell us about your Thanksgiving.
Man, I really like talking about comic books.
Yeah, we only talked about a few too.
Yeah,
We could spice it up.
yeah, for sure. Man, it's my to be read pile is getting pretty large. I need to catch up.
All right, so just watch for Scotty's Comics Weekly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just a new segment that's
Yeah.
happening every
we'll
time.
talk about them every week.
Perfect. And what are you doing for Turkey Day?
Everybody comes over to the old Scoop household, and yep, 1 o'clock.
What time should we be over?
Get it over by 4
right.
o'clock,
A tight 4, tight 3
Yep.
hours, and
Nice.
you're out.
and you're out.
And it's family.
And then it's
It's
all
fam.
all the family.
Wow, you're the household.
Yes.
you're the
Everybody comes to me. Well, it's just my
Wow.
mom and my brother on my side, really. So
nice.
that's it.
All right. Well,
And then we got a Friendsgiving, I think, on Sunday.
yeah, it's coming up. It's like next Sunday, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe-
Sunday after Thanksgiving, the 2nd,
Oh my God,
December 2nd.
it's happening. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
our little Friendsgiving, and we should do you doing any Friendsgivings?
I got one on Skanksgiving.
What's Thanksgiving? I know.
That's Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh
Just a house party that.
God, is that
Steph's
is that a
old
St.
coworker.
Louis
That's
thing?
the St. Louis.
A
thing.
Missouri
Is it?
thing?
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Martin when he came on the podcast a couple years ago, he was talking about Skanksgiving.
Yep.
It is a big like St. Louis holiday. It's
Bar hopping.
I just always called it like Thanksgiving Eve.
You were wrong the whole time.
I mean, Skanksgiving kind of makes it sound like you're like going out hunting for skanks.
I'm keeping it
what it
raunchy
is.
today. I'm keeping it
You're
raunchy.
Right on.
Andy's been watching too much Industry.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's the podcast. MostlySuperheroes.com. I'm your host Logan, and we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.
See you then. Take it easy. Mostly Superheroes is proud to be funded in part by our sponsors. Mostly Superheroes is funded in part by paying patrons who receive early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes. Subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcast. Mostly Superheroes is an independent podcast owned and operated by Carrogan Ventures in St. Louis, Missouri. Hosted by Logan Janis, Andy Hunn, and Scott Swearingen. Brand and creative by Carrie Clark Design. Music by Audionautics. Learn more at audionautics.com. Find more at mostlysuperheroes.com.